as he comes in fourth and touchdown receptions. It's the Eagles and the Browns, and it's
EA
coming
Sports
up next.
coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about his individual performance from last week's game. I mean, he did throw 4 touchdown passes, so he's in sync with his receivers, and they're very confident. Did have 1 interception.
Yeah, 1 pick.
And
they lost.
Yeah, so no matter how many touchdowns he threw, if it comes in a loss, he's not going to be satisfied.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. To throw, Winston. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Amari Barno in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Amari Barno, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And coming off of an early season open week, In this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or rest.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Here's Hurts to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. The Eagles at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Winston. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last. Both losses. 2 running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Here's Winston.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Big strides. Look at him go.
Touchdown, Houston.
Albert O.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up with...
And Winston lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Shipley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Jameis to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And all the way down to the 9.
Complete to Allen Robinson. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a... Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns get a bit closer.
Extra point good by Prater. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the upper.
And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that...
And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Quez Watkins.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. one time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Winston. Pass incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Winston. That is caught. Fighting through, and he's got space.
Still on his feet.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. Winston now. Fighting through pressure. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now Winston. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Allen Robinson from 10 yards out. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. The Eagles offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They run with Hines.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Smith, 74 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
To throw is Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Amari Barno able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
3rd down and 10.
He'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
And here's Rodgers on the return.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions.
That's caught at the 25. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A huge play there for Houston. 64 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A run on 1st down with Shipley. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Elliott good on the extra point. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're going to look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. They'll throw again. Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Prater's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Albert O, 82 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Winston. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jalen Carter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now Winston. He's got his target. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Allen Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point good by Prater. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. 1-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And again, it's Chubb.
He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. 3rd and 12.
Here's Winston. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. On the return, it's Rodgers.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. 1 play, 1 pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Quez Watkins.
66 yards.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll check this down to Hines. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Rodgers to return it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing 1 play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's got a man, complete.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Albert Okwuegbunam,
92 yards.
And the Eagles are pouring it on.
Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you get people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back. And sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, After we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And the slot man goes in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And trouble trying the middle here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Jameis to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A give running right is Chubb. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. They go play action. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Hurts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Browns are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Prater for the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Winston. Robinson's got it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Prater's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time.
And got his man complete. Look at the big fella go. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Alberto,
an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. On play action, Winston. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Winston. Under pressure, they got him again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. May hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. From the gun, it's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. Now he's loose again. Devontae Smith.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith,
93 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
He's still on his feet.
Shifts by him. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Throwing, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Quez Watkins.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a contra, you would have heard plenty of...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Winston. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Amari Bardo in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy,
52 yards.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now...
Oh, wide open, complete. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam, 81 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Elliott Good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, this short pass into the hands of Njoku. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Rodgers on the return. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts.
That one caught downfield by Watson. Down the right sideline.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Elliott Good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Winston.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
And Winston lost the football.
Well, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Winston now.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, Winston. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And they will take over first and 10. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And running with power here. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll throw again. Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Winston. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, wide open, complete.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. A little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So that touchdown pass number 51 for him on the year, and it moves it past 2 guys at 50, 2 of the best.